the lot like bam. Here I am, they on me, baby. Pull up on the lot like bam. Here I am, huh? They thought I owned this bitch, cause I walked up in the building like I own this bitch. Boss nigga. Yes, I am. You ain't dealing with a lame girl, you fucking with the man.
Sit back, pour a drink, and get ready for some man talk. Hashtag for men by men. I'm your host, DC. Welcome to You Guys Are the Worst. Remember my co-host in here, Mr. Zobo69. What in the doozy?
What it do? Zobo69 here. Y'all know how it is. If you don't know how it is, you're going to find out within the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, we got some trendy topics up in here, and I'll remind you, please download the app, KCE TV. It's an app. It's free. It's a free app. How often do you get free shit? It's free. Did I say enough about that?
Yeah.
I didn't miss nothing, did I?
No.
All right, let's see. Let's see if I can do another one here. You might know this guy. I'm going to show you because he sent me something pretty clean the other day. So, and I want to brag. I want to brag about it with you. Look at this. Look at this clean motherfucker right here.
Yeah.
Look at this clean motherfucker right here.
I see it.
Look at this. Look at this. I'll bring him out and not embarrass him a little bit. Mr. I see what you're doing. What up, bro?
Yo, what up, man? That's quite a handsome young man on that.
I'm just saying.
I don't know about all that. I don't judge men, so I can't say nothing about it.
Well, that's why I said it, because I mean,
I can say the picture was clean. That's all I can say.
You're gonna promote me better than me. You feel me?
Yeah. Hey. Right.
Fact. So I will apologize for Zoe ahead of time. He does have bad weather down there. So if he freezes, he's not going to refresh unless I tell him to. He looks stupid. Because real family do that shit. Like, I'm not that guy going to leave him standing like this. Nah, I'm not that guy. I'm going to hit him on his phone and say, refresh, bro. You got your mouth open. No, he's good right now. Somebody went to the store to get something that we don't talk about yet because they don't sponsor us. But we are sponsored by Bourbon Rock and Tail, located at the Battery in Tourist Park, open daily from 4 p.m. to midnight, Fridays and Saturdays till 2 a.m. So check this shit out. I moved out of the Battery, worried that I was going to lose my contract with Burn by Rock and Patel. I went down to him, told him I was moving to Douglasville, all that stuff, and he said, "I don't care. I'll still sponsor you." That makes you feel so good when a sponsor knows you're not going to be right there with them next door no more, and they still want to stick with you. Yeah, it is. It makes you feel really good about everything you've done for them. So shout out to Burn by Rocky Patel. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what he's wrapping this shit with, but Rocky, that wrap that he puts around his cigar is so nice. They're just doing the right thing to the tobacco leaves, and it tastes really good. All right, so we got to show a picture. This is all about men. Father's Day was the other day, and I was in my feelings. So I went and looked at some shit online and tried to find some shit that would piss me off. So here we go. Story number 1. 16-year-old daughter shoots and kills her mother, then goes on TikTok and makes a video explaining to the TikTok listeners why she shot her mother. Yes, I had the video. No, I did not have time to download it before they took it off the internet. It got banned very, very good, very, very fast, very, very, very quick. But I'll just tell you this. Look at the question. What can we do about these entitled children? And here's the part I want y'all to hear. Hear it from me first. When I was young, my grandparents told me I was entitled. Okay? So know that I understand as we get older, we don't like what our 2 generations behind us is doing. But this daughter shot her real mom, then went on TikTok and told the world why she did it, trying to justify shooting her mother. And of course, it was over rules and guidelines that her mother set about her internet use. Mr. I see what you're doing. Please lead us off here.
I mean, there's no I say beat them. You feel me? Like shit. Take some of this shit away from them, man. You know what I mean? Let them know. Let them. If you grew up in the '90s, early '90s, and backwards, you already know what that look like. You feel me? Like I already know what door off the hinges look like. I already know what having shit taken away from you look like. You feel me? Like stop trying to be their friend.
Bingo.
Barrier between this shit that must be you must uphold a barrier between parents and trying to be friends with your kids. Don't believe all that bullshit that they tell you about. You gotta talk to them. Oh, you gotta try to understand them and all that shit. Yeah, I'm trying to understand. That's true, but I'm talking about I don't have to be friends with a motherfucker that I'm taking care of. You feel me? My job is to make sure that you don't die. My job ain't to be your fucking friend. You want some friends? Get you some friends at school or when you're outside playing. I'm not gonna be friends with somebody I got to buy shoes and shit for. You feel me? It's just simple. So you got to start taking some of this shit away from them. When you say entitled kids, entitled to what? Entitled to what?
I mean, honestly, King, I'm gonna let you elaborate some more. But if you see the bigger picture of the two in the video, this is before the mother was killed. Okay. In the video, the mother is explaining the guidelines for her 16-year-old daughter on her phone. And as you can see the hand. And we all know what this means because I'm a dad and I've told my kids like this. And you're going to do this and you're going to do this. I've even told my woman like this. Right. But I've never seen no 16-year-old kid talk to me like this. That's what I'm trying to say. What are we going to do about these entitled kids that thinks it's okay to disrespect their parents online?
Hit them in their shit. Go upside their fucking head. Come on, man. If you get old enough to the point, if you get old enough to feel like you don't have to listen to me, or you can cross a barrier to where you forget that you're supposed to respect me for the sheer motherfucking fact that I'm making sure that you eat and have clothes on your back and that you ain't being molested and raped and all that shit. The minute you get to being slick and shit, man, go on out there and see what life really like. You feel me? Believe everything that I bought with me because that's my shit. You feel me? Go out there and get your own. You know what I'm saying? Slap your hands and get all that shit to get you chopping your fucking throat. That's how that works.
Facts. Zoe, when you get up to yours, I want you to do this in comparison during your answer. This video that they did, you can see the mother in the bottom left corner. She posts a cute picture. See how cute and young she's looking. And then you can see in the video they're doing together, they got the same hairstyle. They both got dangling earrings. They both got on the same color. They're matching really nice. And King made a comment saying, quit trying to be friends with your kids. Zoe?
I mean, I agree with King and I don't. When I say I agree with him, you can be friends with your kids, but you can't be friends with your kids. It's a point. It's a point that you get. It's a point that you get. Because me, I raised my kids. My kids right now, still to the day, they tell me everything. My daughter, they tell me a little bit too much that I don't want to fucking hear. But at the same time, they know that respect line. You know what I'm saying? They know what they can. What they know. Just because I tell you be open to me, you ain't gonna say this shit because you're supposed to be your kids' friends. You're supposed to be your kids' friends, but when people say friends, they don't understand. Friends is different from friends with your home, is this and that. Mm-hmm. It's a different when you say your friends. This situation right there, and I agree with King with this one, like you want to be your daughter friend. You want to be this and that. You got to the point that you be your daughter friend that you don't want to discipline her. Your daughter ain't scared of you now. Because you're that type of friend. Your daughter ain't scared of you. Your daughter should have been scared of you to even sit up there and all this bullshit. Your daughter should have been scared of you even talk to you any kind of motherfucking way. And see, I blame that on the government, and I blame on the people, but I blame on the government because y'all want to sit up there and y'all want to control people's family. Y'all want to control the family. So now these kids thinking like, if you touch me, I call 911. Right. What motherfucker, you'll be raised up in a fucking orphan home or whatever they call it, a foster home or all that, because I won't give a fuck if you go.
So let me ask you while you're on that. While you're on that point right there, keep that same idea, because we're going to talk about the two pictures, not the cute one where she's looking all cute and everything. We're going to talk about the two faces that the mother and the daughter are making in the other two pictures. in the top left picture, which I know, I watched the video, so I know that happened first. You can see the daughter very apprehensive and like, I'm not feeling nothing what you're saying right now, while the mother is talking about what the rules are. And then you can see the child going like this. At either time, if that mother was to snatch that hair, what happens? And I like the way you're talking about society. Like, society is not letting that woman do what she needs to do. I know she's putting herself out there in the video, and I know her child disrespected her in front of everybody. And I know when my kids used to act up at Walmart, I'll beat their ass at Walmart. I don't give a fuck about that lawsuit. Come get me. Take the little fuckers. Oh shit, wait a minute. I did it. I almost made a mistake. I wasn't ready. Hey, you know what I always say? I'm 10 toes down, but fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids, dude.
Fuck them kids on a day-to-day
Fuck
basis.
them kids.
Now we take care of our kids, staying 10 toes down for our kids. But one thing's for certain, man, fuck them kids. Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. Yeah, fuck them kids. So back on that one with Little Miss Muffet here telling her mama what would happen if she would have snatched that head of either one of those pictures on live.
For one, the mama fucked up by going on live. Just like when I see what you I see what you're doing. Say you're being too friendly, going on live with your child trying to make money, whatever you're trying to do. That's too. See, that's why I say it's a difference being friends with your kids and different between friends with your kids. It's a different thing. This woman lost control over that kid, because when the girl go on live, and she went on live, I ain't never seen this before. If the girl put on live, you on your child's live, you lost control. You lost control. I don't give a fuck. She 15, 16, 17, you lost control of already. Because when a child tell you they gonna do something, I don't give a fuck if they 12 years old, you better be smart enough to know that's on their mind, they gonna do it. If one of my kids say this, and both my boys say this. The third one, he ain't really said nothing yet. He just smiled when I say it. But I say, y'all wait until I get old so y'all won't try to whoop my ass. The other two said it. You know what I'm saying? The oldest one, 2-3 years ago, he said, I pull up at your house. I pull up, motherfucker. You're gonna be an enemy to me. I'm gonna beat your ass. Like I said, you better ask your brother, because I ain't raised him. I raised him for the first year. His mama took him for 10 years. He came back in there. He in and out, this and that. So he feel prison with his mama.
That's
You
just
understand what I'm saying?
just
So
testing you. See how far
my other son and my nephew told him, like, now ain't the time, because they don't see me. And I ain't even know my other son see me in action, because I send them to their room. I go outside and I do my dirt and do this and do that. But I put hands on motherfuckers, and I ain't gonna sit up there and like trying to intimidate nobody, but I hit hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, and I do. I mean, it's a shame when it's this one motherfucker, and he said something about my daughter. Didn't even know my daughter. I walked around the corner. I was warning. I'm walking, knowing I'm finna go to jail anyway. I went to jail the next day, but because the police came to my house, I went around his house on 127. I walked to 131st and beat his ass because he said something about my daughter. Who set that shit up? Because he put the dude on speaker. He put the dude on speaker. He says I beat his ass. And walked right in the middle of the crowd, beat his ass, blase, then beat his dog. That's when I beat his dog. He took his dog to my house. I told his dog ass. Dog scared to come. Dog scared. When the dog see me walking down the street, the dog try to go across the way. I beat the dog ass. He sick the dog ass. I beat the dog ass. And I'm just saying.
Right.
But I'm not my kids' friend, and my kids know that. This is what I would do for y'all asses. But at the same time, you sit up and disrespect me, y'all gonna get the same motherfucking treatment.
So basically what happened in this video, they're online talking about a 16-year-old and a mother's relationship. And they're talking back and forth. And it got to a point where the 16-year-old didn't agree with what the mother said and shuts off the video. While the video's off, she kills her, comes back online and says, I can't believe she disrespected me like that as an adult. And this is what the conversation was all about. Of course, it got deleted and whatnot. But that's what I'm trying to say. These kids are so entitled because parents are letting them get entitled. But what can the parents do? Like in that situation right there, I damn sure if you're embarrassing me in public, I'm gonna yank that head. I know I'm gonna yank that head.
I mean,
While the camera's on. But
She
why
shouldn't
does the
have-
law get to come in there and tell me, well, you need to have a little more compassion for your kids because you know that's what they're going to do, King.
ain't no motherfucking compassion for nobody, man. You feel me? That's why people get. That's why motherfucker ended up dead. You feel me?
Mhm. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I
Look,
get it.
okay, so we all come from an era where, man, all they got thrown around the motherfucking house and dead. Dead. Talking about the police coming, dared you to call the police. You feel me?
Mhm.
And if the police showed up, take this motherfucker with you. You feel me? Let them go out there and see what it's not. It's not that, like, if you cross the line, I tell you what. I'm talking about, I got every month, every check for the last year, for the rest of the year. If my son tried me and turned the camera off on me, man, when I turn that bitch back on, I'm gonna be crying like a motherfucker. But listen, and I'm talking about, they gonna take me and put me somewhere because I'm gonna pan that bitch around and say, this is what the fuck happened to you, right? This shit that happened right here. This is right here. See, if you ain't got that kind of backbone, your kid
knows. I know that.
That's not regular shit, though. That's not regular shit,
Right,
DC.
right.
She
Go
had,
ahead.
like her mom had been disrespecting her for quite some time because you don't just turn off the motherfucking camera and just kill your mom like that. You feel me? She had been, been brewing and been stewing. You feel me? And the only problem with that was she had talked so reckless to her mama so many times before that her mom ever
Got
said
used to
was,
it.
you lucky. And that time I said, ain't no luck when you getting thrown through the fucking wall. Because if you the first time you disrespect me, I'm bouncing your ass.
Oh, she just shot her.
Yeah, no,
Shot her.
first time.
Straight up.
But that's what it. Okay, so if you grew up, so right there, when I grew up, man, the first little slick word I'd have said, not my dad, because my dad didn't stay in the house. My mom would have skinned me alive. On the spot. You feel me? So
I could never talk like this to my mother.
Ain't no build up.
Crazy shit.
And even with that being said, if you do that, then shit, my mom had
a lot. Leave it
seven brothers.
Right, a lot.
Yeah,
a lot. We know family. But that's not here no more. That's not here no more. There's no brothers of that woman that are going after that 16-year-old girl right now.
Right, but see, they so sensitive about anybody coming and correcting your child and shit.
Right.
You can't over the child, and the child don't give no fuck about you. So when they disrespect you, you can't call nobody because they know.
Right.
When the child show any kind of fear to somebody they respect, you're gonna shield the child. And you gotta let them go through that shit because the world ain't gonna be nice to them. The world.
All right, Zoe. Wrap it up, Zoe.
Yeah, I agree with King. Like I say, the thing what it is back in our days we had it different. You can't do this, do that. The mama would have did this and that. I feel right now, and I'm gonna say this though, right? Since King said what he had to say, that maybe it was something more to that than just that.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the video.
Maybe
a lot of ladies are jealous of their daughters.
Facts.
A lot of ladies are jealous of their daughters, and she probably just got tired of you keep disrespecting her because she see the jealousy. So it's something different. We don't only see this end. We don't know what been building up. This shit been building up because if she shot her, like you said, that means she premeditate this shit. She already had the gun. She already know next time this bitch say something to me, I'm gonna kill her.
I mean, I don't think anything should ever happen with your mom or your dad besides like death and the raping stuff, okay? That you need to kill your mom or your dad. Your mom and dad can't say anything to you disrespectful enough that you need to shoot them. You have the option to leave. It's only words. Those are your parents, man. You just walk away.
Just talk because they're just
it's just talk.
A lot of shit. There's a lot of shit that went down with this girl. Because she looked like she's a little young girl. She don't even look like she's 16. She looked like she
I was with you. I was like, I had to go check that. I saw the video when it first come out, the story. Maybe something will come out of it when she goes to jail. We're going to go ahead and play this next video. Excuse me. We want to know, what should the punishment be for this teacher? after we watch this video.
He had thoughts of things that have occurred in the past with many of our children that did not end well. And I just went into a panic and went and picked my other little ones up from their school and headed straight to his school and called the school and told them, remove my son.
All right, so obviously I'm gonna leave that up there for a minute. Teacher was fired after hanging a black baby doll from a classroom TV, and I think where I'm gonna leave it, I'm gonna try to back it up. I'm gonna try to back it up where it shows the picture. That way we know what we're talking about. So this was supposed to be a decoration. It's nothing else, she says. I just had a doll and there's a cord hanging from the TV, so I wrapped the cord around the doll's neck and let it stay there. We're gonna let King elaborate.
That's what you're supposed to say. Like shit. That's what you're supposed to say. Well, if you get caught stealing, you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. The thing that you're supposed to say is not what it looked like. That's what you're supposed to say. Because why would you admit that? Why would you admit that you did that type of shit right there? You feel me? And I'm talking about the problem with that is you did that at the elementary school. You didn't do that at high school because high school people would recognize what that was. They'd have tore that fucking classroom up. You did that in front of people that you could still control. You feel me? Like you see how she said, I got my other kids and then I told them to remove my kid from the classroom. If you'd have did that shit in high school, them babies would have tore that goddamn classroom up and tore her ass up. In that. And to answer your question, what should the punishment be for that? That should be that punishment should be just as similar as being a motherfucking pedophile. You feel me? Because you're mentally attacking them babies when they see that type of shit. You feel me?
Well, I'll just tell you this: the teacher was fired and rehired 5 counties over, same state.
Just like the police.
Yep.
Kill somebody, shoot across 5 states over, and become the police in another state. Same shit.
Zoe, what you thinking?
I think, was this in Florida?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I knew you knew the story. That's why I started with King. I actually thought he might have noticed the story. This is definitely in Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida was it.
Yeah, okay. They moved the teacher. You know where they moved the teacher to? Orlando. And by the way, guess what? Guess what happened? The state paid for it. The state paid for this family to move from Tampa to Orlando. Zoe?
Yeah, pause for a minute. He said the state paid for the move to Tampa to Orlando. You pause.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything else. I was afraid to say something different.
Oh, okay. So so the thing about it is she gonna say what she had to say, this and that. But just like King said, if this was high school, she would have had an ass whoop. She would have had an ass whoop. And the thing about it is, to be honest with you, I don't see her getting no job nowhere else because this right here gonna follow her right there because you racist.
I know she's teaching today. She's teaching today.
In Orlando.
Yeah, she's teaching in Orlando today. Same grade and everything.
She'll be out there soon once Orlando see this shit. Once it go viral.
I think everybody.
It didn't go viral enough because I only seen it one time and it was off. Nobody had time enough to talk about it.
So they're not going to keep replaying it. So we'll play it a couple times to make sure she gets
right.
Number one, she shouldn't be teaching children, right? That's one thing.
Right. No, she should.
Shouldn't there be a charge here? I mean, like, I just feel like there should be a charge. I mean, King, I think you would have a hard time proving your charge because you would have to prove these kids have had some kind of mental trauma. And as soon as parents hear that their kids could get paid for mental trauma, you know they're going to make some shit up. It'd be really hard to prove that. There should be a charge here.
It's mental trauma. You feel me? Like you got to do is take your kid home. All you got to do is for one of them kids is jump up in the middle of the night screaming and shit because they saw that type of stuff. You feel me? I get
that. But once one kid hears that, The rest of the parents are smart. We all know that we live in the land of it's time to get that check. Like if
But that's
if my kid's here, I'm definitely suing somebody. I don't know who, but I'm trying to sue somebody.
So there it is. I just showed you how to get a check. Whoever listening out there, and your kid was in Tampa, Florida, all that type of shit. I just told you how to get a check. I just told you how to get a check because sometimes it's got to be some kind of accountability for that. And if you're gonna let her leave from this particular county and go over to Orange County,
well, the teacher won't pay though, King. You know the school will pay. Right. Teachers are insured, man.
But that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you.
I wanted to know what can we do to that teacher? Like that teacher didn't ask the school if she could do that. She came in one day because my girl's a teacher. She didn't have to ask. Right. What's the charge though?
A hate crime.
It's not okay. No criminal charge.
It should be a criminal charge though.
It's not no criminal charge because you got to prove intent. She came with an excuse about why it happened, so it's not intent. But at the same time,
looks pretty intentional.
But it can be a civil charge against the school. It can be a civil charge against the school, and that's what you go to. How you hurt people, you're hurting by the pockets. You don't hurt about no crime or going to jail, getting a criminal record. You're hurting by their pockets. And now, if the parents, and we don't know this shit. And I'm gonna tell you this, DC, because you wasn't down here, you weren't not from here. But back in the days, I'm gonna ask you, King, remember when the kids over there on 22nd past Fowler, past Fletcher, got ran over by that teacher that was high drunk or whatever. She was in the hood.
Yeah, I know that woman. They
was riding around, but she was copying.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Hold on for a minute. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. The thing about it is the parent, all of a sudden, that shit disappeared. The teacher didn't even get no time for this shit. She didn't even go to prison for this shit. And she ran over and killed 3 kids, 1 lived or whatever. They got a big lawsuit or whatever, but they don't even know they got the lawsuit. You know why they ain't get the lawsuit? You know why the DC, I'm gonna tell you this. You know why shit happened? What this teacher still could be teaching? Because that parent probably got paid under the table, and then she's like, okay, we're gonna still allow this. Just don't push it on the internet no more. You understand?
I get that. I don't think you guys are getting the question. I'm trying to say, I know the problem. I'm trying to see if we the 3 of us can fix the problem with an idea. I already know the problem. Everybody wants a check, me included, and teachers can do whatever they want at school behind the protection of a civil lawsuit against the school. Nothing is going to happen to that teacher because the teacher has protection through the school and the Teachers Association, where if she says, well, I didn't do that because of that, she's going to get removed and moved somewhere else. So just like the cops.
It don't happen like it don't happen.
It does. It happens all the time. No, you remember that teacher that made the kids? You don't remember
that down here raping kids and all.
Yeah, that's a little different now. Rape is a charge.
You take away our ability to be able to teach kids anymore. That's what
I'm talking about. The things that aren't charges. Like it is not a charge to hang a black baby doll on your extension cord.
Yes, it is. It's not a charge. It's morally,
it's a crime. I got that. What's the charge?
But morally, if I do things right now that's unbecoming of what I'm supposed to do as a federal employee, yes, I might get moved from here, and we do this all the time. We move somebody from this location, that location. But at the same time, if their parents put so much emphasis on it, which they didn't, if they put so much emphasis on it, that lady would not be able to move to Orlando. That lady would not be able to move. No, that's on the parent.
Still not a charge. It's still not a charge, though.
I'm just saying the parent probably got paid to shut that shit up.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with all.
No more.
Hold on.
Child abuse will be one of them charges.
Okay, but you'd have to prove that you're the child, and then we get to the thing about getting bags. There'll be kids that are not child abused by that, didn't even know it was up there, that are still going to get paid because the parents want to pay.
But somebody who's if it's one child or 3 of them, they got affected by what the fuck they saw, Listen, that's enough. You don't have to kill but one motherfucker.
I'm trying to say like this. There needs to be a handwritten, you know, the guy's writing laws every fucking day. There needs to be a law that says you cannot do this. You,
But I mean,
not the school, not morally, you, the teacher, cannot go into school and hang any colored doll from an electrical cord on your TV.
She
I
knew
got
that.
people-
She
I
knew
got
that.
people-
She
I
knew
got
that.
people-
But you know why
People in
she
my
did it? You know why
family
she
that
did it?
teachers-
She did it because she knows there's no penalty.
No. I got people in my family that's teachers, professors. My brother's a professor. He's
Okay.
a professor. I got people in my. The thing about it is, it's ethically wrong. And
I
it's
agree
just
with
like
you.
when you sign a paper to be a teacher, then you sign that. Ain't no
Okay.
union to protect you
Yeah.
from this. The
Right.
only thing that will protect her from that is the parents. Y'all don't understand. When I gave that excuse that what I was telling you about the lady way back in the days that with a parent.
Yeah, we got that part.
No.
Losing jobs not enough,
What happened is this lady took an undisclosed amount of money. And she did this, and she dropped everything. They say you can't say this
Okay.
about it, you can't say this, and she
All
didn't
right.
do it. I know
Fine.
the lady personal.
Okay.
Me
It's
too, I know.
it's not relevant. It's not relevant to the story. What I'm asking though, I get what you're saying. It's
the same
kind of
thing.
it's
the
it's
same
kind of.
thing. The
I
teacher-
understand.
what goes
It's
on in Jordan.
basically,
don't
it's
go
part of
on
the
in Florida.
Hey,
What goes on in Jordan?
trying to
don't go
say
on in
that-
Florida.
okay, I hear you. Listen to what I'm saying. What happened with you is the problem. Okay, I'm saying there's no law that says that if I'm a teacher, I can go in there and do this tomorrow and I'm not going to jail. There's no law that says I can't do this. You guys are trying to tell me, but ethically, I agree with you. I could lose my job. I can go do something else. I didn't get punished. I lost my job. I go get another job. There needs to be a law that says you cannot do this, or you, the teacher, are going to be punished. You
The
can't
thing
hire
about
in the
it is-
school.
But the thing about this is she came up with an excuse of why it happened. You can't say, is that a right excuse? What if that was a white dog?
It's same penalty.
What was a white dog? But
Doesn't
she
matter
came
what
up with
color
the same
doll
excuse.
is. There's no way that all the kids in that school are white or black or brown.
I'm just
That
saying,
offended some
if
kids.
it's still a white doll and she said, hey, this happened, this and that. If it was
Right.
a white doll, if it was a white doll hanging up there by a white teacher, will we be hearing this now?
Yeah, but the only difference would be is those three news reporters would all be white.
Yeah,
The only reason those are all black people is because that's a black doll. If it was a Mexican doll, then I'll be Mexican because that's what we want to see.
So the moral of the story is this right here. Regardless of what doll you put up there, the school system is not protecting your kids. I get what you see. So the penalty to that, you should lock her ass up, bro. I mean,
I agree.
I agree.
Jail. I mean,
I agree. She needs to do
whatever
some jail
law
time.
need to be passed. Whatever law need to be passed. But I'm talking about shit. That's the same thing as that's the equivalent of burning a motherfucking cross in the front yard to me.
I agree.
That's how
It's a
that
hate
shit
crime.
feel to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you put a black baby doll up there, it could have been shit. It could have been a Barney doll, and I'm gonna be questioning why the fuck was you hanging a Barney doll by its
Right.
neck?
Exactly.
That's what that is. Like, regardless of what it is, shit, a Woody doll or whatever the fuck it is, regardless of the color or anything, at the end of the day, you send a message out about hanging some motherfucking body, and it just happened to be that you chose. You got other decorations in that fucking room. If that's the excuse, you said it was just a decoration. Why the fuck would you hang that decoration up like that? It's the question.
Especially in front of the TV where everybody had to watch.
Right. You had to turn towards the TV. You got you teaching elementary school kids, and that's part of their curriculum to be able to watch their TV. You could have hung that shit somewhere else if you want to hang it.
Yep. So close it out.
So let's talk about this, and I'm gonna say this real quick. The teacher, the teacher that hugged all the white kids, but then she skipped the black kid and went there. Y'all heard about all that, right?
Yep.
All this is the same situation.
So 100%.
You understand what I'm saying? It's all the same thing. I agree with you, DC. It should be something because you working with kids. You shouldn't have no type of racist or no type of prejudice against nobody. So I agree with you. I agree with both of y'all. But is it going to happen? No. So how you going to hurt them? They pockets.
I mean,
If you start suing
the
these
problem
schools,
is they're
if you start
protected.
suing these schools,
No,
if you start suing these schools, they're gonna take accountability and they're gonna what? They're gonna be careful who they hire.
I get it.
Maybe. I
get
get you. I remember the one story about 10, 15 years ago, and it was it was in Texas, and it was a Spanish teacher, and there was 2 black kids and 1 white kid, and all the rest were Spanish, and there was a fire, and he took the last 3 kids out last, and one of them wound up getting hurt. But he made sure to take all the Spanish kids out first.
Right.
And I think it's just ugly, man. There's got to be a better way to check our educators, I guess. I don't know. Because they really tend to hide behind it. You remember that time when that lady came in and all she did was hang a pride flag behind her desk and everybody flipped out because you were teaching my kid what a rainbow flag was? And all that hype. And that thing lasted like months. This teacher came into school, hung a black doll from a white cord in front of a TV, and the story lasted about 2 weeks.
Right.
If that long.
Because we don't want
that long.
Because she had a meeting and got over motherfucking stimulated by an idea that popped up when she was out with her friends and shit, and she wanted to go back to the school and try some shit. You feel me? That's the climate in this fucking country right now, that you could do some bullshit like that. Just like you would go out and say you want to erase all the history books that pertain to slavery and all of that shit so you can reset the thing and do that type of shit in the school. That's what that is.
We need to do a show about this because I want to do a show. It might be on my show, it don't matter. I want to do a show about how they erased got rid of the monuments. I was against that. DC, we was on the show when we were doing that about that. They want to get rid of all the Confederate monuments and this and that. I was against that because once and a lot of black folks, we need to get rid of y'all. Don't even understand it. Then you got the down rednecks like they're erasing our history. They was right. I was on their side because they was right, and that's what they doing. They erasing history. A lot of people don't understand what the rednecks were talking about. The rednecks was right. You know what I'm saying?
Very, very few times that they are, but they were that time.
They were right there.
I think the thing is what you got to know is your civil workers, and everybody says, well, teachers don't make a lot of money, cops don't make a lot of money, firefighters don't make a lot of money. Facts. It is facts. Okay, majority of them don't make a lot of money, but what they do is they have, I don't want to say like a legal freedom, but they have such a protection over them. Like, I could talk about it because it's been on the news now. The school my girl used to be at, her principal touched a kid inappropriately. It lasted in the news for a couple of weeks, and right now he's out on bond. You know, he goes to shop. He's got an ankle bracelet on. He's out there shopping. He touched a kid inappropriately, and he's out there shopping in the same neighborhood where all these people are. And back in my days, shit, I wish the teacher would touch one of my kids and then go shop at my store.
And that's the problem.
It ain't like that no more.
Yeah, if you go shopping, that's gonna be your last motherfucking shopping.
Yeah. But you know what? He's protected. Do you know how protected he is? He not only has the legal protection of being out on bail, so you couldn't fuck with him anyways because he's actually government property. Second, still is under the PTA. Like he still is under the Teachers Association. He's still protected by those laws. Like if he says, look, if he goes into court and says, look, it was misunderstood. I really didn't touch him inappropriately because I don't really know the charges. You know, it could be hearsay. He could be out. And you know what he'll do? He'll be right back to teaching.
Yeah. But see, that's
because of the shortage.
I don't know what happened in Georgia. I know what happened in Florida. I'm telling you what happened in Hillsborough County. We get that all the time with these teachers messing with these students, this and that. Female or male, they get their ass. The only one teacher ain't been to prison, went to jail for that. That was Deborah LaFave. And she got a whole bunch of house arrest and probation for it because they said she was too pretty to go to prison. And this was about 15 years ago.
Yeah,
I do remember that story.
They should have sent up her ass to prison.
Yeah, but all the ugly ones went to prison.
Right.
All right, so let's go to one more thing. We got one more thing here, but we're going to end this with a fun thing before we go to Off My Dome. But hey, Zoe, write that down. We need to do that subject again. That was a good one.
Yeah, we do.
This video right here, the question is, kids say the darndest things. I used to like that show. But do you remember your kids or your nephews or something, anything, just saying something that you'll never forget? Check out this kid, what he says when he comes walking down the hall.
Mama, I need some Viagra.
What? What the hell do you need Viagra for?
Isn't that what you give Daddy when his shit won't get hard?
Now, this kid is going to win Kid of the Year. He's had diarrhea all morning. He comes down the hallway. He is squeezing butt cheeks, bro. I've been there. I feel you, bro. And he asks for Viagra because isn't that what you give Dad when his shit won't get hard? This man knew he needed to make his poop harder, and he thought Viagra could do it. I love this kid. But Zoe, we both got a lot of kids. Some are, some not. King, I know you got a whole bunch of nephews. What's the last thing you can remember off the top of your head that one of your kids come in and said that was kind of educational like that? King?
I don't know. I try to be careful with all my kids. One of my kids, he was on the phone. My middle son, he was on the phone, and we moved to Silver Spring. And so I asked my nephew, I said, "Where Book at?" He said, "Oh, he in the room. He caked up." So so I kicked the door down because backing out there caked up mean you on that.
Yeah,
you got that wrong. You on that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But back in that day, caked up mean on the phone.
Yeah.
I don't know the new shit.
That's hilarious.
I kicked the door down like, what the fuck going on? So, hey, but yeah.
King?
Shit.
How about you, King? I'll share while you think.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I don't go to church. People all know what happened. My close friends know. But my granddaughter, I was dating this one girl. My granddaughter's 5 or 6. And she walks up to me one day after my girlfriend had left. And she said, "Papa, don't that girl know that you don't follow God?" And I go, "What do you mean?" She goes, "I just heard her in there. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. She's talking to you about Jesus. God, doesn't she know that you don't do that?" And I just sat there going, yeah, baby, thank you for looking out for Papa. But
That was different.
that was a different, that's something different. The answers you got to make when these kids catch you having sex is crazy, because they don't know what the fuck's going on behind that door or shower or whatever. I've been caught in a lot of different places. So,
shit.
King?
I think one of my cousins, man, as a young man, I was different, you know what I'm saying? So I had this girl, man, that I had and we hung out like all night and shit, you feel me? And we just really didn't never get no sleep and shit. So when I got back home, I slept all fucking day. You feel me? Like I slept all day long. And my little cousin told me, she said, "Man, you need to slow down. You've been on the road lately and shit like that." You feel me? She was like, "You can't." She told me you can't get it all in one day. You feel me? And I was like,
we can't.
You can't get it all. I'm damn sure gonna try my best to get it all. If I can't get all of it in one day, I'm gonna get most of it in one motherfucking day. You feel me?
In a heartbeat.
Damn.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Appreciate y'all sharing a little bit there. We're going to go take a quick break here. Brought to you by Metro Cooling and Heating. Be right back. All right, Off My Dome is brought to you by Metro Cooling and Heating, who specialize in commercial residential houses and multi-family housing developments. What does that mean? It means if you live in an apartment and your AC don't work, you can call Mike at Metro Cooling and Heating. Excuse me. And he come out there and fix your AC at the apartment complex. Yeah, he specializes in those places. All right, this section is called Off My Dome. One of my favorite things here. Oh, what is that? I don't know what I just did, but I'm blue. How do I get out of
What
here?
is it cool like?
Okay. Whoa, that was cool. I double clicked something and I turned blue. That was cool. Anyways, Off My Dome. King, I see what you're doing. Tell people where to follow you. Get something off your dome.
Okay, so you can follow me at I See What You're Doing podcast on TikTok. It's the I with a C and a question mark. This shit right here, man.
It's the eye.
I can't even duck out of the way of this shit, man. You know how they, you know the logo. There it is. On TikTok, man, and follow me. Come back here every Thursday at 5 o'clock. So I saw a story today. I was just scrolling through this movie. I don't want to call bro name, but I just want to give you an idea. To all the athletes that come to Hillsborough County, his name is Terrion Arnold. He was getting ready to go to the NFL. Yeah, he's going to prison now. But listen, man. There was a certain time when you just got to grow up, man. If you made it to the NFL and shit like that, you're not a thug, bro. That's not who the fuck you is. You feel me? Just like the ones who wanted to traffic drugs and all that shit, and you ended up in prison. Well, listen, I see a lot of crazy shit on here, but that's because I know who I am, right? I'm not pretending when I do this shit. When you come to these towns and shit, and you want to go out and assault people and kidnap people, or take a ride from Jacksonville and kill the man because you got beef over some bullshit. Tone that shit down, man, because when they put you in jail, and I'm just gonna tell y'all a secret, when they put you in jail and shit, and you supposed to be the tough guy, then you leave your family out here flailing in the wind like flags and shit, because what goes around comes around. So you just be careful, man, what you do out here, because shit, if it get done to somebody here, you could have possibly put your family in harm's way, because that's what real gangsters do. You guys just playing this shit. Real gangsters don't really come back and fuck with you. They send a message to your people. Off My Dome.
Zobo69, tell them how to follow you. Tell them about KCE TV.
Hey, y'all go ahead and download, subscribe to KCE TV and KCE Radio. KCE Radio starting next week, Monday morning. KCE Radio got things that morning messages. You put a message in there. You don't have to do it that morning. You can do it weekend. And I'm going to spread it. You can say, I can love you, I hate you, kiss my ass, whatever message you want to whoever you want, I'm going to send it. KCE Radio, go ahead and download the app. KCE TV is on mobile TV app. Go ahead and download all that. And, you watch movies like Pretentious. It's only shown on KCE TV right now. We got a lot of things. Green Ridge, Untold Truth, Unks, all that stuff is there. Off My Dome is I don't argue with nobody. I don't sit here and I don't compete with nobody. When I say I don't argue with nobody, I say what I got to say. You got to say what you want to say. And then, you know what I'm saying, we can let it go or we can fight. Yeah, okay, I'm 56 years old. He's still fighting. Yeah, I still, that's what I like to do. Do I do it every day? No. Do I do it every year? No, I don't want to do it because I'm old. But at the same time, I'm protected. I'm going to still be protected till I end. But at the same time, you got a lot of people out here right now. They want exposure. You can't get exposure off of me because I ain't fit to put your name out there. Right now, I ain't fit to put your name out there. But you keep poking the bear, you're going to get what you're asking for. This city is small. Tampa is not a big city. Hillsborough County is not big. I went somewhere last Saturday, and I mean, I seen about at least 5, 6 people out there that came up to me. I ain't know nobody gonna be there, and I just went there. It wasn't even that packed, this and that. But the people, like, I even walked outside. When I walked outside to go to the truck, dude and his girl or whatever, they speaking to me. You know what I'm saying, like this. I remember faces, I don't remember names like that. But at the same time, this is my city. I stayed all around the city. So what I'm saying is, right now, you're gonna pop up somewhere, and you're gonna let your mouth get you fucked up. That's all I'm saying. So another warning, you know what I'm talking to, you know what I'm talking about. Keep that shit to yourself. Cause you keep poking the bear, the bear gonna wake up, the bear gonna be hungry and very mad. Cause you know, bears like to hibernate. When they hibernate, when they wake up, they hungry and they mad. You understand? Keep poking the bear, see what happens. Off my dome.
And I'm going to change my off my dome. In respect to my buddy, I'm not going to mention your name, but if you keep texting me, I'm just going to let you know that there's a lawyer on call, and he has all 4 of the numbers you've texted me from already. Stalker, stalk much. That's enough of that. I'm trying to think of something. That was really all I had to talk about. I got one. All right. All right. People with gray hair. That's me. All right. You know that I'm talking about grandparents here. I was very, very spoiled with my granddaughter when she was born because I was the closest grandparent. Divorced families all the way around. So she's got 4 grandmas and 4 grandpas. We all got different kinds of names. I'm Papa. I didn't want to be normal. Realize this. There are people out there called grandparents that see their grandkids once or twice a year. So if you're used to seeing your grandkid like once every week, 3-4 times a week, every day, and something goes wrong, divorce, death, whatever happens, where you don't get to see that grandkid anymore, and you're angry, don't be angry. It's hard. I'm going through it right now. My son has recently gotten divorced, and because I'm the dad of the one that left her, I don't get to see the grandkid very much. But I know that I'm seeing her once or twice a year. I know I'm seeing her way more than that. And there's people out there that don't even get that much. And I try to stay focused on the positive. And I'm talking to all my grandparents out there that are bitching at something they don't belong in. Stay in your lane. Because it's very hard for me not to go over there and tell that girl, you know, I was there for you all those times, changing diapers and that. And you know what? And make her feel guilty. That's not my lane. And it's so hard not to do that because I want to spend every day with my granddaughter, every single day. But it's not my lane. And it's hard to stay in your lane. Zoe showed earlier today and speak that shit is about accountability. If that's not accountability, I don't know what is. I hate doing it. But sometimes when you're a man, a grown-up, a responsible adult, you got to do shit that you don't really like. Stay in your lane, off my dome.
That's real.
Yeah. And the other guy, please keep calling me. Please keep calling me. But we're going to ride out on one of King's favorite videos. That's a lie. King does not like this video. But I didn't get another one, and I love playing it because King, you know we love you. You know we love you. And I love hip-hop. That's why I grew up on Eazy-E, okay?
Yeah.
That was my boy. And I was in North Carolina. How I found Eazy-E in Smithfield, North Carolina, I don't fucking know. Because he was on the West Coast, and he really wasn't even that big when I found him. You know, the first song that I heard from him was Fat Girls. Man, I love that song. Fat girl. I got a fat girl on my jock. Fat girl. Oh, what a great song. Anyway, we're gonna ride out of here with my, you know what, King? I want to make a name for them. They need a group name. Like, okay, maybe I'm pushing it now. See y'all next week, 10 o'clock. One-on-one with a girl.
6'4", jugging the bitches, slapping the hoes. Went to the park to get the scoop. Knuckleheads out there cause shooting some poop. A car pulls up, who can it be? Fresh up come in the rolling kilo G. He rolled down his window and he's trying to say it's all about.
Look at my boy in the back, get it.
Boys in the hood, don't raise hard. You come talking the trash, well pull your card. Knowing nothing in life but to feel it. Don't touch me, boy, cause I say shit.
Oh God.
Bounce it, baby. Bounce it.